Hi, everybody. I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. Good evening and welcome to the Metro Manila Arena. We're here in the Philippines for tonight's main event. Boy, and we expect this to be a big night of action. We spoke with both fighters yesterday. Fireworks anticipated here tonight. Let's see.
And his opponent across the ring with a record of 54 victories, with 40 by knockout and 7 defeats, from Pensacola, Roy Jones Jr.
Okay, guys. We went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's touch gloves.
Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do, as round one is underway. Fans have certain expectations when they come to a Mike Tyson fight. They don't mind if it ends in 20 seconds. Do you expect it to be a quick one tonight?
Tyson expects it to, and that's more important than what I expect. He's going to go out there, and he's going to put his best foot forward to make that happen.
Trying to go downstairs, but off target. That's a fierce jab by Mike Tyson. A huge right hand from Mike Tyson. Jones's knowledge of the game is showing through. 3 ways to defend. One of them is to block. He did it there well. Returns a sender. He gives him back one of his own. It's hard to touch Roy Jones Jr. with a clean glove. But if he can, his opponent does have power.
Yes, he does have power, and he has a chance to catch Roy. Roy gives you this chance, clean. Because Roy will make you miss, but he'll do it naked. He'll do it with his hands down. If you catch him, bang, you catch him with everything.
A little head hunting with the right. Mike Tyson's on the bad end of a very impressive hook up top.
Keep your distance. Nice work.
Goes up top with the right hand. Tremendous pace being set early on here between these two. Can't see this fight going the distance with this pace.
No, not unless something changes, like moving their heads a little bit.
Mike Tyson's got a little something coming back at him. A counter punch scored. Final 10 seconds of round number 1. Roy Jones Jr. is landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best. End of round 1. Junior's getting hit too much. I mean, it's as simple as that, Teddy. He comes back after that round, and he just got popped a lot.
Yeah, well, right now he's got to find a way to get away from some of those punches, but there's a problem, a big problem, like with anything else. How are you going to start changing it if you haven't been taught differently? I don't know that he knows the answers.
Look at the accuracy with that hook upstairs. And a big right hand comes crashing home from Tyson. They both decide to bring it. Targeting that belt line with the right hand. And now he's targeting upstairs. That's a fierce left hand that landed by Mike Tyson. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. Scored well upstairs with the right hand. Jones is going to think about the next time he throws a punch because he just got hit by a good solid counter. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Mike Tyson with a big right hand. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. He had his eyes set on the uppercut, but was unable to land it. And he returns on that exchange. Roy lands the hook. Teddy, you can try to put a label on Roy Jones Jr., but I don't know that you can necessarily classify him as any one style of boxing.
No, he's a guy that breaks the rule book. He would drive traditional trainers batsy. I mean, really, they would get nuts because he does everything you're not supposed to do. He pulls back from punches instead of slipping them. He drops his hands instead of keeping his hands up. He dares you to make a mistake, and he dares you to catch him while he's making mistakes. If there's ever a guy that you could compare him to, I would say a little bit to Muhammad Ali. And Muhammad Ali was the engineer. He was the pioneer of making wrong right.
Jones is swinging and missing like he's at bat right there. That punch was nowhere near his opponent. Jones is hit by a counter punch there. Tyson's applying an old axiom in sports, and that is speed kills. He's got plenty of it in the ring tonight.
Yes, he does. It's going to be up to his opponent now to find a way to take away that speed, find something that can offset that speed. And I think that starts with controlling range. Get out of the range where he can control you.
Wow, no doubt about it. Affected by that right hand. If I were him, I'd be hanging on a little bit here. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Solid right by Roy Jones. And now he's targeting up. And all of a sudden the tables. Oh, and there you go. Well, we've seen Mike Tyson in a spot like this before. Remember, he once rose up off the canvas against Buster Douglas, only to be floored again. Can he do it here?
1, 2.
I give him a lot of credit for even getting up from that knockdown, but he still has to impress and move forward here.
Yeah, I applaud him. I give him credit, but I also recognize that he's in good shape. That's one of the reasons he got up.
Solid left hand to the head. Iron Mike with an iron right. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Tyson's already put his man down on the canvas earlier in this round. Now he's looking for more.
Yeah, and if he wants to get more in the right way and get a knockout, well, his opponent's covering up now. Step to the side, and you might get a chance to get a clean shot that you don't have right in front.
What a crushing blow up top he just landed.
That's why you don't pull straight back.
Deep breath, deep breath. Round number 4 underway, a chance to look at Teddy's scorecard. Mike Tyson's up 2 rounds to 1. Teddy hasn't necessarily distinguished himself in any one area other than he's been a little more active.
Yeah, he has been more active. The only thing that I worry about as a trainer, I would be concerned he has to work harder than the other guy to get things done. Does that hurt him down the road?
Fires right back at him. Targeting each other, the exchange was something special. Roy Jones Jr.'s defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. Right hand over the top, very accurate with it. Good flush shot upstairs. Mike Tyson's objective is to land that jab, and he did so right there. A sound combination by Mike Tyson. 90 seconds to go here in this round. Up top with the right hand. Well, his opponent is opening up and coming forward, so I would think there are some opportunities that exist.
Yeah, I think some counter-punching opportunities. Opportunities not on the front end, but on the back end.
You had to see it to believe it the first 2 minutes of these rounds. Now these fighters are trying to make everybody a believer in the final 60 seconds.
And this is why you understand the dimension of this sport like no other sport. At the end of this, how both participants will have mutual great respect for each other.
Nice work, Tyson with the hook. Comes right back with some offense of his own. Right hand over the top, very accurate with it. End of the round here, a round that saw a lot of action. The kind of round that fans pay to be here to see.
Well, these are TV-friendly fighters, and we figured that coming in.
Mike Tyson's fighting real smart here on the outside. Well, he's picking up right where he left off. Remember how he finished that last round?
Yeah, he really finished strong, really fast. And you know what? This is a thinking man's fight. I know a lot of people are going to say Teddy's just an aggressive fighter. No, he understands, and his corner understands that his opponent only had 60 seconds to recover, and they're jumping on him, figuring that the opponent hasn't recovered.
He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back. Able to land the hook to the head. Roy Jones Jr.'s opponent is having a field day, Teddy. That left hand lands again.
Well, he keeps moving the wrong direction. He needs to move away from that punch.
Roy Jones Jr. with a huge left.
You're doing great.
Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. Minute and a half to go. They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. Good work toe-to-toe there. Both fighters got in on him. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Great hook to the head that time. Comes right back with a shot of his own. Roy Jones Jr.'s punch didn't come close. Right to the head with that right. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Turned that hook over, but couldn't turn it into a connect. This has been a hotly contested war throughout, and you just have a sense that it's going to end at any moment in these later rounds.
Yeah, these guys are not saving anything. They're going for broke right from the beginning.
You always say punchers are born, Teddy. But what about a guy's ability to withstand big punches? What about a guy's chin?
You know, that's an interesting point. Part of it is physical, and you know what it is? It's the neck. That's the shock absorber, but most of it's mental. You have to want to take the punches. You have to will yourself through the punches. This guy has some will.
Zoning in on that gut combination punch downstairs. Iron Mike Tyson lands a big right hand. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Turns over that hook upstairs. Back and forth they go, each man getting the best of it. Roy Jones Jr. is now feeling the after effects of being rocked by a huge hook to the head. And now targeting his opponent with the overhand right. And now he's targeting upstairs. Tyson's right hand did a nice job that time. That worked well for him. Lands flush with the two-punch combo by Mike Tyson. There's that overhand right. Mike Tyson's on the bad end of a flush, solid hook. Overhand right can be so effective. Tyson's making for a tough target there. He gets away from that punch. Junior's not doing so well right now, Teddy. He's got this very athletic, unorthodox, awkward style. But right now, he could just use some old-school fundamentals.
Yeah, he's paying a price for doing things the wrong way. You know, he's gotten away with it most of his career with his athleticism. But right now, it's coming back to bite him in the backside. Those things that he developed, those bad habits he developed.
That's a flush shot, banking away those body shots with the left hand. Good job on the two-punch combo by Roy Jones. Good exchange, he fires back. Right hand over the top, he counters back after denying his opponent's shot. Iron Mike with an iron right. Tyson's got a cut. It looks like it's below the eye on the cheek. He falls victim. Solid. Tyson goes down. Once again, Tyson goes down. But will he get up again?
One, two, three, four, five.
some way he's going to continue on here.
And if he's going to stay in this fight, now he's got to avoid his opponent like the Black Plague.
A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. Jones has got things going on his side now. Remember, this fight was going against him. Now, a good rally by him.
Some of that body work there, even when he was losing the rounds, that body work, it's starting to pay dividends right now.
Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Got to try to do better than that. He missed with that hook. Tyson's leaving himself wide open there. You just can't do that.
Well, you can do it, but you're going to get paid. You're going to eat some leather. You're going to get punched in the mouth. That's going to happen.
Roy Jones Jr. is tagged by a tremendous power punch. And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one. Very nice work from both men. They each got a shot in. 3 minutes gone by in this round. Junior's got to figure out what he did earlier, because that's the only thing that's worked tonight when he scored that knockdown. Here we are at the beginning of round number 8, and he's trailing on your scorecard.
Joe, I'm going to disagree with you a little bit, you know, because I'm going to say that actually he's got to forget what he did earlier.
Really?
Yeah, because he scored a knockdown, and ever since then he hasn't been using the jab. He hasn't been putting punches together. He's just been waiting for it to happen by itself.
That was nice. He just drew the punch from his opponent, and then a good counter by Mike Tyson.
Yeah, like running through the rain without getting wet. Beautiful.
Very nice work to the head. The right hand landed. And there he counters back against his opponent. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. Jones is showing a little bit of a defensive shell, but Teddy, I'm seeing punches still getting through and splitting that guard.
Yeah, well, that's the problem, Joe, when you put those earmuffs on, but you don't move your head. Some of them are going to get through, and just as importantly, you handcuff yourself, so your opponent is going to stay in there a little bit longer, knowing that nothing's coming back right away.
Good-looking counter punch. Jones has been stunned. Oh, a nice, and yet another big shot comes in. He goes down. Oh, it may be close here. Can he survive the round? Up after that punch put him down on the canvas.
Now he needs to get on that bicycle and stay away from this guy.
Mike Tyson's always been thought of as a very well-rounded fighter. Tonight we are seeing one specific part of his game that's dominating, and that is precise, accurate, clean, and effective punching.
Yeah, and I would argue that you're seeing another part. You're seeing his intellect. You're seeing how smart he is, because everything is designed to land. He's placing shots beautifully.
Little head knocking with that right hand. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Accurate counter punch by Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's opponent is saying to himself, I can't believe this. Every time this guy throws, it seems like he lands. He's very judicious with his work.
Yeah, and that's not by accident. You know, that's the temperament. He has that kind of temperament. If you went out with the guy, you talk to the guy, you know, he thinks before he says things. He doesn't just, you know, let his mouth go. He doesn't just let his hands go. He lets them go when he thinks he should.
A precise hook by Tyson, he showed us. Targeted counter punch by Mike Tyson.
Come on, kid, focus.
A knifing left hand by Roy Jones.
Keep it up.
Roy Jones Jr. with a royal right. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. He scored well after being hit himself. Oh, he is stunned. He could go down. Big shot there. And once again, he goes down. The question is, can he rise up again? The fight is over. Mike Tyson's power just much too much for his opponent. Another knockout for him.
By knockouts, your